She has the more ride stairs. They are nice and wide and sturdy, and they're very lightweight. She also has the screen door that has got the retractable pull. Okay, so when you come in, here's your control center, and you have your interior lights, which are in your living kitchen area. You have the other interior light, which is right here. You have your porch light, your awning light, your step lights all outside. You have your slides, both slides in and out, the awning in and out. You have your Wi-Fi throughout. You have all your typical sensors right here to tell you everything. This is a fault for the propane, so if your propane isn't turned on and you go to turn on your stove or something, this light is gonna light up. It has a water pump right here. It has a tank heater, which is really nice. Mine doesn't have this, so if you're in a winter area and you need your tanks heated to keep them from freezing, you have that option. That has never been used because we live in Florida. This has water heater on electric and on propane gas, so this is a good option right here if you're boondocking, or if you have a power outage and you want to take a hot shower, you have that capability with your propane tanks. Right here is the switch for your fan. And here is your solar area. Like I said, I don't know how the solar works because my unit doesn't have it, so I'm not really familiar with it, but I'm sure that you can read about it online, watch some tutorials, and she also has the original paperwork that came with the RV that I'm sure will tell you anything that you need to know. Okay, so coming back down, she has the shiplap panel right there. These chairs look like they're brand new. The bar stools. This is the original TV. It is not a smart TV, so if you want to have something hooked up to it, you would have to hook up like a Roku or a Fire Stick or Apple, whatever, to be able to watch something if you're not using cable. Obviously cable, we're not on cable here, so she's not using cable. All the speakers work. Now she has speakers in the bedroom too, and she has them outside. I don't know how to cycle through them because whatever I had in my RV I took out, so I don't even know how to use them, and she has a totally different system than mine anyways, and I'm sure you could read the paperwork that came with the RV, or again watch another tutorial to be able to figure that one out. There is an outlet. There's the sensor for the gas in case there's a gas leak. There is this little sponge area right here, and then there's a whole bunch of drawers. All the drawers and all the areas of storage, cabinetry and everything, they're all clean. She keeps everything clean. There's no, stains or spills or anything gross lurking. This microwave, all the appliances are residential size, of course residential RV style size. They are much bigger than your standard ones. My fifth wheel has all the standard appliance sizes, so I was pretty shocked when I saw the size of these and a little jealous. Now this microwave, as of last week, has started acting up like intermittently. Sometimes it'll work, sometimes it won't, so she will compensate off the cost for the price of a new RV microwave for you. It is convection, so you can actually do like cooking in it, but sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, so you'll be able to use it, and then when it decides to go, you can always replace that. The fan takes a second to kick on. That's just how it does. And the light, but nothing's wrong with it. It's just how it does. Every RV is different. Then there is lots of cabinet space in here, and it goes through to the back. And then another drawer for pots and pans, and then more storage space back here, and it goes through to the back as well. She also has this outlet that pops up with USB ports in it over here. I think that's it, yeah. So you can do that. I have one hand, so it's kind of hard to work it. This is the paper towel holder right here. Faucet with the spray head. Nice sink. Got 2 kitchen windows to let in light. Now, the original refrigerator broke last year, so it was only 3 years old and it broke, and of course it was past its warranty. So she didn't care about having the RV style fridge because she wanted actually more residential style. So, and she doesn't do any traveling, so she was fine with the residential. So this does work. However, if you're going to tow it anywhere, you want to find an option to, the doors won't open because when the slide closes, it'll be in front of it, but you want to put like a blanket or something in front of it to keep them from knocking into it and scratching the front of the thing. But again, she doesn't do any traveling. Now, if you decide, there's another down here with all the original stuff in it. If you decide that at another time that you are going to travel and you want to replace it, the original wiring for that type of fridge is still behind there. All we did is plug into the outlet since it's a residential, but the original wiring is still there. Then there's more storage up here. You can't reach it. There's a lot of storage in here, and it's deep because of the refrigerator. And there is actually the outlet that the refrigerator's plugged into. Okay, now as far as the sofa, she originally had like a reclining love seat in here that came with the unit. It was like a beige vinyl kind of. She didn't like the vinyl material. So what she ended up doing was getting rid of it, and she bought a small little sofa for in here. Now the sofa's brand new, and she had it under a slip cover the entire time. So it's never actually been directly sat on. So it is basically like a clean brand new sofa. Whether you decide to keep it or get something else later, but it is like basically brand new. Now the rug too is just a store-bought rug, a nice soft rug. She didn't make any modifications. She didn't glue it down or do anything to it. This right here on both sides is just your like 2-way self-adhesive tape that you can just pull off, but just to keep the rug in place. She had those there, but she didn't make any kind of adjustments or anything to the original mat. So if you want to take that out, everything's like still the way that it was originally. Another thing too, she had a white slip cover on this, so she had these gray curtains, but now they don't match now that she took that off. So she did order new, I don't know if they're white or what, but she did order new coverings, so she's going to put them in. I think they're coming in next week. She has 3 skylights going through the RV. One's in the bathroom, one's in the bedroom, and one's in here. And in each one she has like an insert in there, which of course will come with the RV. If you want to take them out, they're just easy to pop out and store. But she doesn't like a lot of sunlight. It makes her hot, so that's why those are there, but you can take them out. There are vents in here, so if you have this running, they will also still run through all these vents. There are your propane for the heater outlets. I think those are the only 2 in here. Right here is the AC. Now this unit is wired for 2 ACs, but it only has 1. It's a smaller unit. We live in Florida, which is hot, and she's never had a problem or a need to put in the second one, but you do have that option if you want to. But this does pump through to the bathroom and to the back through AC vents. You can see one right there, in fact, and there's another one right there. I think there's 4 in the bedroom and 1 in the bathroom. Right here is for your AC, and this one is a Whisper Quiet upgraded unit compared to the traditional one. I have 2 in my RV that are the traditional ones, and they are really loud. So this one is actually really low if I can get it to turn on, because it's morning and it's still cool. There it is. So that's actually pretty low. quite loud. Okay, so over here you have the railing, and this door is on a magnetic stopper, so it'll stop and it won't fly back on you. And then this door is the bathroom, and it has two lights. One is for this one right here, and then the other one is for right here. Then you also have this remote, which is a nice upgrade for, and I don't know everything it does, but it does tell you the temperature and stuff. So it also has the hood on it, so when it rains, the rain doesn't get inside. And I'm not sure what all these options do, but the owner's manual will tell you. I personally don't know because I don't have one in my bathroom. I have just the standard that you hit a button and it on the wall like this and it opens, or it just turns on. It's already open. So hers is different than mine. I'm not sure if you saw that. There's storage right there. There's storage in here. Storage in here. And then down there is one of the propane outlets. Ooh. There is your AC that's coming through, and your medicine cabinet with storage in here. This is a brand new faucet that was just replaced. And some more storage here. And then over here is an outlet. And then, oh, this guy hit me. And then shower. And I'm not sure what this is right here. It's got like a separate thing. I don't know what the, oh, no. Well, I'm not sure. Let's see. I don't know if it does anything. Oh, it's a stop. Okay, I don't want to do anything because I don't know. But I think that's a stop just the same as that's a stop. So if you're boondocking and you're trying to conserve water, I think that's just an easier way than having to reach up and hit the thing at the top there. I'm pretty sure because it just stopped it, but I don't want to mess with anything. So it comes with this pouch here that you can put stuff in. That's another one of the skylights. And down here she does have discoloration, and that is actually, it's not from anything gross. It's she had a portable small washer and a portable clothes spinner to wring out the clothes so she could hang them to dry them. And I guess over time from both of them spinning, it discolored, and she wasn't aware that it was happening until it was noticeable that it was happening. So that's what happened there. I think I got everything in the bathroom. So let's move over here. Here is your light switch right here for the bedroom. And you have the 4 AC vents that I can feel. You got the 2 speakers, and I guess you have 4 lights in here too, so it's pretty lit up. And then of course you got the 2 above the bed back there. Now as far as this bed, she originally had a queen size mattress that came with the bed or the RV, but she wanted more walk around space, and she's the only one that lives here, so she went ahead and got a full size and she put that in. And now this thing has been in a mattress protector like sleeve cover, and then on top of that she had a memory foam mattress topper on it, so it's never actually been slept on directly or even with sheets. So it is basically like a brand new mattress, but however you decide what you want, if you want a new one or if you want a queen size, whatever. But that's just something to note. It's basically like having a new mattress. This is all her stuff she still needs to get out. She has a nice upgraded, as you can see, aluminum frame. Now that's really nice. I have I think just furring strips on mine, so this is pretty nice. These struts or whatever, they are pretty powerful. They have not loosened up over time, so it takes, you know, a strong man or a woman to get this thing shut. If you're a small person, you're probably gonna have to kind of get on top of it and just ride it on back down, or you could change these guys out, but it's pretty powerful, so I can't close it until I have this phone, my other hand available. This is the closet, and I guess the light for the closet goes right there. Let's see. Oh well, yeah, the light's up out here, which also lights through inside too. Okay, so then you have drawers on the bottom, and you have places to hang, and then of course you have area up here, I guess if you want to store stuff or put shoes, and then you can also pass through to this side too, which is kind of neat. I didn't even realize that. And then you have more storage and more storage down here, and they open all the way, so you have a lot of room. Okay, you also have the 2 windows over here, so it lets in a lot of light, plus the windows on the slides back there. This is your escape window if you ever have a fire and you got to get out. That's an escape window, so it's a nice big window. You have USBs on the side and outlets on the side, and you have 4 really deep drawers in here. This is just like a decorative shelf she's got. Again, all these drawers are nice. Nothing is got, you know, stains or spills or anything like that in it. You have an outlet up here for the TV, and you have the cable, and I'm guessing the other one might be Wi-Fi. I'm not really sure what that is. That might be, I'm not sure. And then you have the bracket for your TV. And I think that, oh, you have the electrical box down here, and you have your propane vent right there for winter. And of course the floor is not carpet back here, so that's also a nice upgrade for keeping it clean, although you do have carpet. They generally always put carpet in the slides and around the closet area. I think it's just easier to do for them when they build them. I think I touched on everything. Okay, so in about 2 weeks, she's gonna move out of this park and put this unit in storage. So some of the stuff won't necessarily be able to be tested. So for instance, the AC, because it won't be hooked up to power, so the AC is not gonna run without power. So you can hear it's been running this entire time and it works. The TV obviously won't be able to run without power. So you can see that works. You can see that right now the microwave is working, but I already talked about that. And you can also see, because this won't run without power either, and you can see that this is working as well. The condensation or the frost or whatever, and the lights and everything, you can see it's all working. No smells, no nothing. The water works. And the fan works. I don't think that the fan runs on 12 volt, but don't quote me on that. I'm not 100% sure because I don't have a fan in mine. So I'm not sure if it's electric or it's 12 volt. The slides can be powered from battery, but I will show you right now that they work and they come in. I got nervous about that fan. I forgot to turn it off, but of course it didn't hit it. Okay, so it slides all the way in, and say you are using this for travel, you got plenty of walk around room to get through. And if you did upgrade your fridge back to like a 12 volt or a propane, you'd at least be able to reach in there if you didn't bump back your stuff, but you'd be able to reach in there and at least get drinks. You have access to your sink and all this if you're in a Walmart parking lot. Actually, even if you had to bump out your slide to really get to your fridge, you don't have to put it out all the way, and you still have access to everything with plenty of walk-through space right here. So that is one thing to note. And you got plenty of room right here. If you're smaller, you can still get all the way back here to get something if you need it. So that's pretty good. Mine's kind of like that too. I've seen some that are absolutely not. You can't access anything with the slide closed. All right, so let's see. Oh, that other slide's right here. Let me make sure there's nothing. See, nothing hits here, and obviously if you get the queen size and there was a little hangover, it's still obviously going to just butt up to it, but you could still access some of your drawer area here, and you can easily get in and out of the room. You could get into your closet, into those drawer areas if you need to, while boondocking in like a Walmart parking lot or something, and easily sleep without having to bump out your slide. So that's really nice too. And I guess that's it. I'm gonna put them back out. Now her unit has never been used for travel. The 4 years that she has lived in it, it's been in 3 locations. It was in an RV park when she first got it, and then from there it moved to my property. I had land that she was on, and then from there it moved back into another RV park. So we've been in 3 different locations, but all within Florida. And when she originally bought it, I believe it was from Indiana or somewhere, Michigan, and it was brought down here when she bought it. So, but it's never been used for traveling. I think she said total, it's probably traveled 1,200 miles total since she's had it. It does have the original tires on it. They're still fine. I moved this 2 hours from my land up here for her, and you know, the tires are still fine. They just needed air. They have never sat in dirt or anything like that to where they would corrode or anything. They have been on beds of either seashells or beds of gravel. And I'm going to put this slide out. Oh, wrong way. And then I'm going to raise the air so she doesn't kill me on her electric bill. And then we'll go outside. Okay, so this is the outside. The awning is either 20 feet or 20 plus feet. I'm not sure if it's 20, 22, 24. It'll tell you if you look up the specs of the particular model. And also it would be in the paperwork, but it's a Rockwood 2442BS, and it is a 2022. I'm sorry about the noise. We actually live on the river, so when you're on the river, you're going to be by a lot of cars and stuff. So this is a brand new patio umbrella we had just got for her. She never even used it, so that can be included in with the purchase. Right here is one of those kitchen windows and a vent for the microwave and 2 of the outdoor speakers. This is an outdoor shower, hose area. It's got outlets, and it's got a Furin TV hookup. That's the bracket for it. She's got the more ride steps that are easy to open and close. That is the water heater. I don't have 2 hands, so it's hard for me to open things, but this is very lightweight. It's got a foam insert on it, and she's got to get all her stuff out of it, but She's got a nice size pass-through storage, and right there is the water filtration system. Now, she's never actually used it because she couldn't figure out how to, but it's in the paperwork and stuff, so that's basically brand new. She's got two, one on each side, two 30-pound propane tanks, and so when one runs out, you can turn the lever on the other side and get the other one to work. You don't actually have to move any tanks around until you actually just want to take them to get them filled. Right here is another light and another storage area, which has that second area for a battery for solar, and then explains how to hook up some stuff. I don't know, I don't have solar. And then there is the solar hookup right here, and there's docking lights right there. And she does have one solar panel that came on the unit that's on the roof. I don't, again, know anything about the solar, so I can't really explain any of that to you. You would have to look online and look at some videos. This is an auto level jack system. It's really nice. We don't have that on ours. This is your water area. Same thing on this side, foam door. They're all foam doors, so they're insulated with foam. It's nice and cool under here, but they're easy to lift. We have wood in ours, and it's quite heavy, and I hate it. So this is the water system, and there's a hose hookup right here, and of course you can go to city water or boondocking. You can winterize it. This is an extra water inlet. I'm not really sure, maybe for emergency if you don't have like a hose hookup and you just need to dump water in. There's another light. There's one of the slides. All of her windows are the upgraded style windows, except for the slide side windows are the traditional school bus style windows. So all of these are really pretty. There's the power cord and the rear with the ladder, and the other window for the kitchen, and it does have the hookup for the camera, the rear camera, but there is no rear camera there. Now, another nice thing about her unit is that she has never used it for number 2. It's only been used for number 1, and so your tanks are going to be really clean. She just recently had the skylight leak in the shower in the bathroom, so there was no water damage, and it was only just, you know, leaking. It wasn't like, you know, like some profuse thing. She stays on top of stuff, so it was taken care of, and now is not leaking. She just had the roof pressure washed, so that's nice and clean up there. All her slides have awnings. Well, she has 2 slides, but they have awnings at the top of them. No rips, no holes, no nothing. So they're well taken care of, and they keep all the stuff off of the slides. And that is about it. I think I touched on everything. The auto level jacks, the stabilizers. These are the original tires. There are no dents or dings or anything. I mean, there might be some discoloration from tree sap and stuff that needs to be kind of like scrubbed off, but that's all tree sap from pine trees. There's a little bit of rusting on that particular plate and that plate too, and I guess that is about it.